Hello and welcome to the 4th episode of Skin Deep. This is a bespoke horror game using a modified version of the V5 rules. Due to the nature of both the system we're using and the content therein, this is an adult game dealing with content that may not be suitable for all viewers. Tonight's content warnings may include insects, claustrophobia, medical harm, self-harm, graphic descriptions, claustrophobia, darkness, and Morgellons disease. This episode, or this series in general, may not be for everyone. I'd also like to take a second to remind cast and viewers alike that we have passed the midpoint of the story, and from here on out, PC death is not only possible, it is probable. So with that in mind, let's do some intros, and please, do let us know your current sanity rating. So let's go ahead and start with Sara.
Hello, my name is Sara. I'm going to be playing Ella Barnes, the perpetual student with a wealthy father. And my sanity is currently at an 8, down 1 from 9.
Perfect. And Johnathan, your intros, please.
Hello, everybody. My name is Johnathan. I am playing Lucas Costa, the expert caver that did not have a good time at all last game, and has found out that those are in fact not puppies in the walls.
So
my
close.
sanity rating, I believe, is 8? Question mark.
Think so? I don't think you burned
Yeah.
any sanity last game.
I did burn 1, but I had not lost any until that point, so it should be 8.
Yes then. And Patrick.
Hello, I'm Patrick Gill, and tonight I will be playing Dr. Harrison Kent, the geologist that was in charge of this expedition.
And your current sanity?
Currently 8.
Currently 8. Alright, so, everyone's not crazy yet. And last but not least, Jay.
Hi, I'm Jay. I'll be playing Mark the documentarian, and my sanity rating is currently 8 as well.
All right, and Rin. Oh no, wait, she did.
She did.
Ooh.
And I am Lex, your storyteller for this evening. So, when we last left our cast, things had gone poorly. They began with the realization that the rocks of this place and some of the walls themselves were hollowed and structurally compromised. Within the temple they found a number of additional chambers, including some form of recording chamber depicting our familiar female figure and several quipu recording various time durations, and what appeared to be a preparation chamber. The preparation chamber contained jars of honey, a table of sorts, and a number of baskets, at least one of which contained bones gilt in silver, which was discovered by Sound having not such a great day. During this, Dr. Jones' infection spread and worsened until it was no longer ignorable. In an attempt to help her, Lucas, Mark, Paolo, and Spencer returned to the initial camp to send her on a makeshift stretcher send her up. Partway there, a mechanical failure at the 100-meter camp caused tragedy for all. The cables carrying Dr. Jones snapped, dropping her 20 stories to her death. With the twanging sound of industrial cabling snapping, the walls shook, and all still alive recognized the cave-in moments before it happened. Both Spencer and Paolo were still on their ropes, helpless in the air and trying to get back down, as the hollow rock face came away in sheaths, revealing the black, shiny bodies of the hundreds of thousands of ants crawling within the walls. And with that, let's get started with episode 4, The Fight. So we are going to start just a little bit back in time. Dr. Kent, Ella, and Sound, you are still in the second cavern. So feel free to have a few moments of RP regarding everything that happened, just after the others had left, and I will bust in when things go badly.
Alrighty. So, Dr. Kent has if I recall correctly, had set sound to doing something mundane and simple, helpful but calming.
Yes, and
To
he
try
was
to
doing a perfectly adequate job of that amidst some light throwing up.
Yes. So Dr. Kent, he is starting to break down everything that he had so diligently set up previously. This emergency situation is probably the worst he's seen. He's seen people get into all sorts of mishaps, both inside and outside of caves. Seeing someone with an infection like that, it's definitely it's sitting heavy in the back of his mind right now. But he's making sure, though, Sound's doing an okay job, and Dr. Kent's gonna periodically give Ella instructions as far as what to do next, what he's looking for. He's coming across with a tone of voice that speaks that he expects things done quickly and professionally, and he's not going to brook any sort of I hate to use the term back talk right now, but the colorful commentary will not be tolerated at this time.
And Ella's just about out of colorful commentary at this point. She's still, I feel like, in a partial dissociation. She's, I think, pretty much complying with whatever Dr. Ken is instructing her to do. And I would say doing an adequate job with whatever he's asking. And kind of just very much on autopilot with the body just disconnected. And yeah, there's no like signs of like distress on her face. It's really just kind of blank. And so as she's doing all these tasks, I'm presumably Dr. Ken is like close by, like we're all like pretty close by each other. Okay. Yeah. So Ella will just kind of say, like, not looking at Sound or Dr. Kent, have you ever seen anything like that before?
And Dr. Kent's also absentmindedly carrying about his work as well. This is how you have a conversation when things get busy. I haven't seen anything like that before. I don't spend a lot of time in this type of environment in the first place. No, I don't. That wasn't natural. I don't care what anyone wants to say. That was not right.
And Ella pauses and swallows, and after a second, she says, and maybe just with like a little bit of a shake in her voice, is she gonna be okay?
Dr. Kent's gonna stop what he's doing, and
Sound also stops what he's doing and looks at Dr. Kent.
To be perfectly honest, no. Whatever she has is fast acting.
Are the rest of us gonna be okay?
I honestly, did anyone touch her barehanded? Like,
no,
honestly.
I had the gloves on.
At what point? I mean, probably.
Shit. Alright. Dr. Kent's gonna hand a canteen over to Ella. Here, make sure you're staying hydrated, all right? And he's also going to grab a canteen as well. He's going to take a drink. Going to also take a high-powered flashlight and bottle of rubbing alcohol. And I'm going to go over to Sound. I'm like, all right, come here. Let me check you over.
Sound walks up like a puppy expecting to get kicked. Like, he's expecting to be in trouble for something, clearly.
Alright, look. This is a serious circumstance right now. No horse shit. Come here, let me take a look. Alright? Show me your hands.
And Sound holds his hands out, and he too is now wearing a pair of the nitrile gloves.
Mm-hmm. Take the gloves off for me, please, if you would.
And he does.
And
I take a closer look at his hands.
All right, let's get a we'll go with a wits awareness.
Okay. Three successes.
All right. So his hands look a little dirty. They look a little red. You're not seeing anything that looks like what Dr. Jones had. You're not seeing any of that telltale bubbling or what appears to be any of the rashing. But it's also pretty clear this is a person who, while wearing gloves, has been doing a lot of this kind of.
Right. So is he wearing long sleeve or short sleeve?
He is wearing... he is wearing a muscle shirt based on that one he just rolled. Okay. And he's lucky it's not a crop top on a 1, honestly.
So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna follow further up, and I'm not noticing any of those black fibers that you were mentioning earlier.
You do not appear to see anything like that on him.
All right. Just better safe than sorry. And I pop the cap of the bottle of rubbing alcohol. We don't have a lot of this left. And I start scrubbing your hands, and I start to pour the alcohol.
And he does it. He's, doing the count to happy birthday under his nails, between his fingers. He's got a ring on that he takes off in pockets and gets the whole thing.
Was that a wedding ring?
It was not a wedding ring. It was it was like a class ring.
Okay.
Damn, that would have been funny. I
was like, oh, that takes on a whole new connotation for the thing with Ella.
No. It's like a class ring or something. It is not mistakable as a wedding ring.
Mm-hmm. God damn it, Mark, hiring philanderers here. All right. Anyways, so, all right. No, you're looking fine. You're good. Glove back up, and I don't know. Start winding up that cable, and we can finish up here.
Okay. And he hops to it, once again happy to be doing something that is not thinking.
And it's... Sorry, go ahead. Okay, no, and it's at this point that Ella almost like, in breaking the state she's in, she kind of like whips around and looks at Dr. Kent with her eyes like all wide, like now the distress is starting to crack through, and she's like, if I can get back up there, I can call my dad, and she can go to like a really like super good hospital, like Johns Hopkins, like DC, like somewhere really good, and like he can like find someone that's a specialist and something like that. Right. Like I can.
Right. Just calm down now. Calm down. If we can get up top, you're gonna be a big help. All right. Okay. You're gonna be a big help. The important thing is right now we gotta get our shit, get out of here, so we can get up top, so you can be a big help. Okay. Right now, we gotta get the very important stuff up and out of here, so we can get up and out of here. Okay.
And as you say that, the cavern around you gives a very slight little rumble. This is not something that would be unexpected in a cavern that had recently had the cave-in it required to get down here. But with everything that's just happened, this is not a comforting feeling to feel at this moment. And somewhere else in the cavern, in an echoing crash makes its way towards you, and you feel the floor under you jolt.
Oh.
We'll swap back over to the other players. So, Lucas and Mark. So you two have just witnessed the death of Dr. Jones, the local who had thrown the rope over, and potentially 2 others of your companions. You made your mad dash away from these falling rocks and into that Labyrinth Passage that led you back to the second cavern. So I am going to go ahead and get a, let's go Dex and Athletics from the pair of you. 5? Perfect. All right. So you make it into this Labyrinth Passage, and it was a tight squeeze before. But now you are barreling through this thing. Mark is hot on Lucas's heels. There is no careful, there is no slow, there is only death racing after you. And as you're going through these caverns and these tight squeezes, they are even tighter than they were before. You can feel the walls trying to cave in on you. And from what you know about the structural integrity of these rocks, that's probably exactly what's happening right now. There's dust in the air choking you. You're breathing it in through your mouth and through your nose. It's getting in your eyes. There's little rocks raining down from above you that you know any second now could be big rocks. The kind of big rocks that mean you don't make it back out the other side of this. But you do. So into the second cavern where Ella and Dr. Kent were just looking around wondering what that rumbling was. Lucas and Mark come tumbling through just one after the other, ass over tea kettle, positively chased out by this cloud of white dust and small rocks.
Shit. Oh
God.
I'm gonna reach into my pocket. I've got a bandana. I soak it with water, and I'm running up to him.
And Mark's just down on the ground, trying to blindly, half blind, crawl to Lucas to check him and see if he's okay, but can't see.
Which one's closest to me?
Lucas came out first, so Lucas would be closest.
All right, I'm coming over to Lucas, and I'm trying to help him up, and I take my handkerchief, and I'm trying to wash his face off, trying to at least clear some of the dust from his eyes.
God damn it!
So you successfully clear the dust from Lucas's eyes and mouth, and he's banged up good. Scratches, little cuts, little bruises already starting to come out across the shoulders and face. Probably a head injury if you had to take a guess. Mark is not looking much better.
And Ella is sort of, since Dr. Kent is attending to Lucas, Ella is with Mark, kind of trying to help him up, and as well, and she's like, what the fuck? Are you okay?
Yeah, whole fucking thing just came down on top of us.
Whole fucking thing?
The whole camp's gone. It's fucking buried. Oh, fucking Christ.
Hold on. 150-meter camp fucking came down.
Right on our fucking heads.
It's gone?
No.
Well, what are we supposed to do then?
Oh, hold on. No. They're no fucking way. And I go and I give my handkerchief to Lucas, and I turn back and I'm heading over towards the entrance to the labyrinth there.
That could come down any second. Fuck.
Don't go back in there.
How far in do you want to go?
Not very far. Like I do not intend on entering. I'm trying to assess what it looks like before, from the outside. I am not going in.
From the outside, it actually doesn't look all that bad. From your side of it, it looks pretty much the same, albeit now it has this big cloud of dust having come out. But as you kind of just sort of take a peek past that wall, it looks structurally unsound. You can see part of one of the walls has come down a couple of feet where you would have been able to walk under it in a crouch. Now you'd have to get on your hands and knees to go under it. And you can still see that whatever caused this probably isn't over yet.
And Ella is looking around and seeing Dr. Kent go over there and just sort of observing Lucas and Mark, and she just stops. Where's Dr. Jones?
There's Paolo and Spencer.
They were on the ropes.
No.
How?
Dr. Jones was partway up on the lift. There was a sound of some kind of mechanical failure. She went first.
No.
I can say that it was not a painful experience for her.
What the fuck? What the
Paolo and Spencer were on the ropes when everything started to come down.
Just like that. The three of them.
And everyone that was at the 150-meter camp.
What the fuck?
Fucking damn.
Came down with it.
No.
Yeah.
Christ.
Yes.
No.
Everything came down with it.
How?
That outcropping was stable. That outcropping was stable.
It should have been.
Dr. Kent and Lucas, you both know that when you inspected this outcropping was stable, and you also know that when you inspected the equipment, which granted was a couple days ago when you came down, everything appeared to be in working order, and those aren't the kind of ropes that snap.
Mm-hmm.
This thing was weighted for, several thousand pounds of equipment.
This should not have happened.
No, and if there was anything wrong with that outcropping there, sorry. Yeah. No, I wouldn't have signed off on that. Lucas, you wouldn't have signed off on that.
No, everything was working fine. Everything passed my inspection when we went down. There shouldn't have been anything that happened. None of this makes any fucking sense.
The rock up there was just like the fucking rock that we chipped a piece off of. It was just riddled with whatever the fuck that stuff is. It's just completely full of it.
Well, okay.
We never should have come down here. We never should have come here.
Shut the fuck up, dude! Shut the fuck up! You're not helping. We're here now, so just shut up. God,
we just got to take a second, rally, and think about what the next thing we're gonna do is. Take a fucking breather first, but
we're gonna take breather, everybody. Particularly two of us right now.
Oh, god damn it.
Now, we filed paperwork for this expedition. We have a timer on this expedition to report back in. Number one, people know we're here, okay? Number two, I don't think that everyone from the actual surface camp would have come down to the 150 meter camp.
There would have been a regulation.
People know what happened. People are going to go back for help. There are plenty of people in my field that I know, because I've done it myself, that do caving rescues and whatnot. We will have people coming for us. Okay? We've got to wait it out. When things stop shifting, I'll go back in there as far as I can, and I will start leaving signs and indications that we're here. Okay? We have food. We have water. Fortunately, the majority of everything is here. So, it'll be fine.
Right.
Just have to stay cool. Everything will be fine.
Right. Now, we should probably, everyone's going to be thrilled to hear this idea, but we should probably relocate to inside of a building down here. Overhead shelter in case anything else comes down from the top.
We can't go in the fucking
Infectious
building.
diseases.
Yeah, that's where Dr. Jones got the shit. We can't go in there.
The stone ruins aren't going to make much of a difference if something falls on us.
Well, I would prefer if there was something a little more stable over my head.
We all would, Doc, but we're here in this fucking shale nightmare. Okay,
right.
Lucas and Doc, are there any other ways out of here that you guys documented? Is there any other route, if we can't get back out that way, that we can go?
Well, the geological surveys show that there's several possible water channels that cut through the rock from snow melt.
Now, I swear to God, I've been hearing water. I've been hearing it every night. So we've got to be close to one of those, right?
That's a possibility. There's going to be at least one or two of those major channels somewhere deeper in.
Yeah.
And you're hearing it probably echo and reverberate off of the acoustics.
It happens. Yeah. What I was going to say, I do agree with Dr. Kent that civilizations like this don't happen without access to water supply. Where there's water supply in situations like this, it's usually coming down from surface sources. I don't imagine that they would have been able to build and sustain all of this through subterranean water sources. Not easily.
And if I were to take a guess,
look, and we're going to have to do a lot of trekking further beyond this. There's other caverns beyond the one that we're in.
And it stands
No. We should stay here, where they can find us. Moving deeper in can't be the smart choice here.
May not be able to get down to us with what's out there. We got to take stock of it, but the fact is that fucking that whole thing might have just completely fallen in right on our cave entrance, and it would take them weeks to dig us out.
And we're very, very close to an active, we'll say seismic area as far as what just happened. We need to get
very close to the place that Dr. Jones was infected with whatever the fuck that is.
So getting further away from it is a good idea.
I'm not keen on staying here. But
so we're it's a catch-22. If we end up having to go deeper, we need to make sure that we're not going into any of the buildings unnecessarily. Thank you for convincing me of that fact. We don't go in. Now, it stands to reason, though, that the further deeper we go in, the further the closer we're going to be getting to that water source, and that's going to be where the oldest parts of the city are going to be. So, take that into consideration.
And Ella is sort of taking in all this information, like, partly in a way comforted by the fact that, like, everybody seems to, like, know what's going on with the geological stuff, and part just kind of spacing out. And she kind of at that point turns away from the group, and she starts to kind of just not walk far away, but just, like, walk away from everybody. And she's just like, it was useless. I'm fucking useless. All that shit. All that time. Sitting at a fucking desk. It was all fucking useless. I don't know shit about shit. Fuck. I'm just dead weight.
And Mark's gonna get up, like, groaning, and come over and kind of sit down next to her.
Why don't you just go ahead and give me a super quick stamina roll to see how you're doing on that getting up?
Yeah. That's probably a good call.
And while Mark's going over to talk with Ella, I'm probably going to want to break off with into a sidebar with Lucas here to discuss the particulars of what just happened.
Perfect. So we'll do those two. While those two are happening, sound is continuing to clear up this camp. He's just sticking with whatever
Just
job
going
Dr.
with
Kent
the
last gave him.
Comfortable.
And
This is a cable. I wrap cable.
And I do
stamina,
keep.
That was raw stamina, right?
Yeah.
Yes, please. 1. All right. So you go to just, like, get up, and that, like, doesn't happen. You kind of go to lift yourself up, and you're like, ow, 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 okay. And you do eventually get to your feet, but you're not injured per se. You can't be like, oh, I have a broken leg, oh, I have a broken arm. You are just battered.
Yeah.
All over. Like you've been in a bar fight yesterday night.
Right.
But you do make it over.
I kind of take a note of that he might be needing to take a little extra R&R later. But yeah, I'll go talk with Lucas while they're talking.
Perfect. So we'll circle back around to that one. We'll do these two first.
Yep. Mark pulls a vape out of his dusty ass pocket, realizes that his pocket is full of dust and stone bits. We're all of humanity is fucked when stacked up against a force of nature. That is the one thing that I've learned. I have been in hurricanes, I've been in tsunamis. I literally had a tornado pick the van that I was in up and throw it 60 feet into a cornfield. Every single time human goes up against nature, we're fucking reminded of how completely insignificant we are. I'd like to tell you that it's not like that and to not get, oh, don't believe that or some bullshit. But the fact is, one human versus nature, we're nothing. Fuck, I almost said ants. We're tiny and insignificant. And a respect for it is the only way you survive.
I fucked up.
How'd you fuck up?
I fucked up my whole life. I fucked up my...
How'd you fuck up your whole life? You did what you wanted to do. You showed everybody that you were better than them. I mean, honestly, you're down here at 1/3 or 1/2 the age of all the other people.
I don't know. I don't just want to be some fucking name in the newspaper a fucking week from now. Just nobody that they scroll past on their fucking Google articles. I don't want to be nobody. And I just get fucking forgotten. The shit moves so fast now. You know how it is, Mark. Like, you fucking working, like, doing the documentary stuff. Like, it moves at the speed of sound. Like, yeah. I'm here and, you know, I'm whatever, like, doing stuff with my dad and, like, he's doing all this shit and I was trying, this was my last fucking chance to be somebody, and now I'm just gonna be a fucking statistic.
Who gives a shit if you're somebody, though? Who gives a shit about having your name known?
I give a shit!
But, like, I mean, even the most famous people of the 20s and 30s, you don't know their names. And it's gonna be the same thing in 40 years. Even if, for some reason, you get to be the, I don't know, name a famous anthropologist.
You know I don't know a fucking anthropologist.
Yeah, and it's even worse for the people who aren't actually in the little circle jerk. Like, the fact is that nobody matters. Nobody matters. We fucking just got a mountain dropped on us. And anything that we're doing up there is a fucking illusion to try to convince ourselves that that doesn't exist. That we are immortal and we get to fucking live forever if everyone remembers who we are. We've all got a fucking Julius Caesar complex and we're all gonna die in some horrible volcanic eruption or some shit at some point. If climate change doesn't fucking kill us first. Let's be real here. Nobody matters.
Right.
Sorry, I just fucking watched somebody die.
I'm sorry.
And it is like the 23rd time.
That you saw somebody die?
Yeah.
Fuck me.
I've watched people fucking drown. I've watched them get shot by insurgents. I've watched them get tortured to death. Honestly, the fucking numbness is what's getting to me now.
I don't know. I'd rather be fucking numb. I feel like I'm gonna fucking die. And she, like, kind of just clutches at Mark's arm at that point. Just kind of, like, grabbing onto his arm and just, like, breathing really shallowly.
And he returns the survival hug. He knows that one. And it's just kind of like a arm over cuddle cough.
Just tell me what I need to do here and I'll do it, okay? I don't care. Whatever you want me to do, I'll just do it.
Keep your head on straight and use the fight time. You ever been in a situation like this?
No.
There's gonna be a moment when everything's gonna slow to a crawl and it's gonna seem like everything's gonna take like 4 hours to unfold in front of you. Use it. Think with it. It's there because we need it. It's the reason that we're alive as a species. In that moment when something's about to happen, you're gonna have moments, but it's gonna seem like minutes to think it through. Use that brain. Think it through. Take action. Be decisive.
And Ella looks at Mark and kind of like pulls away. I'm not giving up. Don't get it twisted.
I know.
I'm getting out of here.
I know.
And I knew because it was one of those situations where like I needed to refill my Xanax, and I was out of prescriptions, and I messaged my doctor in the portal, and they didn't fucking get back to me, and I was just like, oh, whatever, it's fine, I don't need it. And now, fuck. I got nothing. I don't even have a Benadryl.
CBD?
Okay, yeah, fuck, sure. And she takes a long drag of that. long. And then hands it back.
Nice.
Does this shit actually work? Like, this is just like diet weed. Like, what?
It's I don't care juice. It doesn't dull your senses. It just makes you not care anymore. And sometimes that helps. And I use it to go to sleep. Or to, get better from being shot at. Not shot. It's not that magical.
Yeah. And Ella's kind of like, the shallow breathing is getting better, and she's kind of just sitting there and sort of collecting herself, as it were. And just kind of leans back. We can figure this out.
Yeah.
We can do it. We can. And then I told Dr. Ken, when we get up top, I'm going to call my dad, and I'll just tell him just all of it needs fixed, and he will fucking fix it. He will fix it.
Plus, and it kind of dawns on Mark, he just realizes, I got a interview from a person like an hour before they died. Like,
fuck.
Everyone is going to want to see this.
Yeah.
If we do this right, it doesn't have to be for nothing.
And Ella definitely seems bolstered by that after this, like, nihilistic diatribe that Mark had gone down. Him sort of like saying that it could all, that gives her, I think, a bit of a boost in this moment. And she's like, yes. We can talk about it. We can say what we found, and people can see it, and then people will remember her. They'll remember her. And Paolo and Spencer. Shit. Yeah, right. Yeah.
We can't write them off yet. As soon as we get a bit of a breather, we're gonna go back in there. We'll get the lights up. We'll get the lights. And he just can I stamina roll again to like jump to my feet?
Oh, sure, yeah. Stamina roll to jump to your feet.
Let's do that. I am not keeping in mind the fact that I am hurt. 2 successes.
2 successes? All right. So Mark leaps to his feet and promptly sits back down.
All right. You can't get up that fast. Like, you got really fucked up. Just
okay.
Tell me what do you want me to do? I'll go do it. Just
pull every battery out of all. Like, we have like a fucking Christmas light set up here, and we need to conserve those lights. We need every light but one out, like right now. Oh fuck.
Oh, okay. And Ella will look at sound and be like, can you help me do that? Like,
yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Okay. Let's do the shit with the lights, and then Ella will start performing those actions.
As does sound.
Pull the batteries in the back panel and just like sound check their charge and see how much we've got on the little mini battery thing that we brought with us. I do not want to run out of lights down here.
Yeah, for sure, boss. So we'll leave that scene and we'll hop over to the Dr. Kent and Lucas conversation, which was happening simultaneously.
think the two of them probably would have broken away from the main core of the group just a little bit to give themselves some privacy, but enough to still be within line of sight of the rest of the group.
Okay.
What's your assessment on what the fuck just happened?
You know, what the fuck do you want me to say? I told you what happened.
I've never had this happen on an expedition before. Nothing this foobar. Had a few close calls, but nothing like this.
I've had close calls in the past. I've had at least one instance in the past where I was not able to get out of it myself. I had to wait for rescue.
Mm-hmm.
That's part of why when you wanted to do this whole crazy fucking expedition, I made it such a stink about I don't care if we wanted to be the first ones here. We were filing paperwork and making sure people knew where we were.
Oh, and no, I promise you,
Yeah.
I crossed every T and I dotted every I.
But that's why, because if people know where you are, and when you're supposed to be reporting in or getting home, coming back and you don't make it there, then they come looking for you. I've done a lot of caving rescues, and when the people that we were looking for were prepared, everything was okay. We are prepared here. We have supplies. We have what we need. But the variable in this fucking equation is whatever the hell Dr. Jones was infected with. Normally in this situation, what we would be doing is staying put, staying close, conserving supplies, conserving energy, conserving body heat, because I'm sure that you've noticed it's not exactly warm down here.
It's a balmy 54 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah. And I can't in good conscience say that we can do that now. Because I don't want to stay here around whatever the fuck may have infected her. I know you don't want to stay here. Now that that's been pointed out, I sure as fuck don't want to go into these buildings and encounter more of whatever that, I don't know, pathogen, whatever the fuck it is. I know sure as hell know what it looked like to me, and I...
Right, so she got that from what? Ants? That statue that they were looking at, it did what, collapsed on
them? Was, I guess. I think Mark and Ella would probably know more about that. You and I kind of came in on the tail end of whatever the fuck happened.
Right. Now, I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, Lucas, you're the expert down here. I'm gonna follow your lead, however you want to proceed with this, as long as you are willing to listen to my professional opinion as well.
Yeah.
And
I'm happy to listen to it. I'm going to take it into account as much as I can with my own professional experience. That said, I think that...
No horse shit.
You're not going to like one of the things that I suggest, but I never come down here without, chalk, things like that, brightly colored shit so that I can mark whatever path I'm taking if I need to.
Mm-hmm.
When we move, because it's not an if, it's a when. We're going to leave very detailed instructions and signs along the way, and instructions essentially saying this is the way that we went. So that if we end up setting up another camp, which ideally if we can't easily find a method of egress from this cave, that's what we're going to do. They can find us easily.
Right. Now, you keep referencing the we. Who's coming along with you, or are you planning on going off by yourself? Sorry, man.
I'm not used to just saying me right now.
I know. We need to think about that, though. I can't in good conscience have you go off completely by yourself.
I know.
You think you want to... Who do you think would be the most capable? Sound? Mark? Ella? Myself?
In this case, I don't know. I don't mean to be an asshole, but I don't know.
You've got the caving angle. The thing is covered. I've done my fair share of rock climbing. It's part of the job description.
Similarities are there.
Now I don't know. I would propose you maybe take Mark on ahead a little bit. That way,
It's likely what I'm going to do.
And then that way I'm able to, I can run herd behind you with Sound and Ella. Then that way they've got at least a semi-experienced hand with them.
Yeah. That's ideal, but as much as I hate saying it, we're still probably going to have to spend a few hours here after he and I went through that shit. We need to...
I do want to maybe move our supplies a little bit further away from the fissure.
Yeah.
But we will definitely take as much time as you need to rest up. I want to make sure you and Mark both get a look over to make sure that
I'll fucking live.
I'm concerned about the other shit. And we should probably get that part of it done sooner rather than later.
Okay.
So,
no, you make a valid point. I'm not going to argue with that.
So, I don't know. I'd probably lead him maybe around the corner of a building. So then, I'm not intending on giving him like a full head-to-toe examination, but I do like. Yeah. If he's got long sleeve, every layer is coming off that I can get to bare skin. So just making sure.
All right. Do you want to give me another wits and awareness roll for that, please?
Yep.
And while that is going on, that is when you see Sound and Ella start going around and taking batteries out of the light.
Okay. And I kind of like, and I kind of maybe give Mark a little like thumbs up, like good thinking. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4 successes on that.
4 successes, perfect.
Yeah.
Are you looking for injuries and infection, or are you concentrating on? Perfect.
I'm more concentrated on infection on the immediate like extremities, and then while I'm at it, I will start to do basic disinfectant and first aid on whatever cuts and scrapes he's got.
Yeah. So it looks like he's definitely got some solid cuts and scrapes. It looks like he's got one or maybe a couple of broken ribs over on the right side.
Ooh.
Yeah. The biggest worry though are those cuts on his face. Because as the lights start to dim, you can't be totally sure that you saw it. But in the cut on his forehead, for just a second, you'd swear you saw one of those black fibers. But it's gone before you could really think about it.
What? What?
I think you got one. You got something. You mind if I take some tweezers to that?
Do whatever the fuck you need to do.
Alright.
You guys gonna come back to the camp where the light is?
Yes. Yeah, I'm not doing this separate. I'm making sure I would actually have him lay down on a flat surface to where he's comfortable and I can do what I need to do comfortably as well. But I might actually motion for maybe Ella to come hold an extra flashlight while I'm kind of doing what I need to do with Lucas's forehead.
She'll come over and do that, yeah.
So while that happens, sound goes over to Mark and starts talking to him, but we'll do this scene first. So you get Lucas laid down, which is oddly comfortable for just a second because the pressure is off of your wounds for a second. You can actually lay there. And although this is horrifying and although you do not feel good, it is a moment just to breathe for a second. Ella, you're coming over to hold the flashlight?
Correct.
All right, so Ella comes over and she kind of situates herself towards Lucas's head, and she gets the flashlight and is holding it for you. And you get out a little pair of medical tweezers. So can I please get a Dex medicine roll here?
Okay.
And Lucas, while he is doing that, I will get a stamina roll for you.
Oh, great.
Well, I mean, he's rooting around inside your wound here.
I know.
I'm not a medical surgeon, but I watch enough weird videos on YouTube at 2 a.m. that I think I know what I'm doing.
Oh yeah, I feel like really reassured.
Alright, I got 3 successes.
Alright, how's our stamina roll? 3? Alright. So this is very painful. There's no question about that. You do not have anesthesia. This is a currently open wound.
Sorry, man.
Probably the only thing making it not excruciating is the fact that you just kind of throb with pain all over, so pain on pain. There's a point where it's just pain. So you have these tweezers about a ½ centimeter into this wound. It's quite a deep wound. It's a little jagged.
Yeah, I'm not going too much deeper than that. Any further, we're gonna start risking deep tissue damage.
Yeah. And now that you've got the light here, there is definitely something small and black inside of this wound.
Shit.
And it takes you a few attempts. And it's up to you how much you tell Lucas and how much you tell Ella. But the first little black fiber you try to get between these tweezers, you pop it. But it's okay, because there's another one.
Oh God.
You're not making me feel real good here, Doc. Just get it fucking done, whatever you're doing, damn.
All right, Lucas, look. All right, there's definitely something in here.
Okay, so get the fuck out.
I tried. There's multiple things in here. The first one, it popped like a cyst. I went to grabbing it and popped.
And you...
Ella,
first one, is there another one that you can see? Because if so, get the fuck out.
How many can I actually see here, storyteller?
Really, depending on how much you want to root around inside this wound, you feel quite confident you have your pick of the litter here.
Oh, no. Oh, there's... Oh, God. I stopped what I'm doing. I'll put the tweezers down. And we need to get you to a doctor. A doctor. I'm gonna need... hold on a second. Shit. Sugar. I need sugar and water, or salt. Water. I need either sugar packets, salt packets, water.
You would have that kind of stuff. Like, you would have water, you have some little sugar packets, you have not salt packets, but you do have salted food you could maybe use to break down.
Nah, I would prefer to use salt water to clean, to try to clean and flush this, but sugar water will do in a pinch. It's not the best, but it's better than nothing. So that's what I intend to do.
You do also still have some medical kits, so you would have some of those little rubbing alcohol swabs. You don't have a ton of just like bottles of rubbing alcohol,
right,
but you have those little swabs. You also have, of course, a celebratory bottle of scotch you brought down here.
That's getting saved. I'm gonna flush first, and then use the alcohol wipes to finish trying to anesthetize the wound as much as possible.
Okay, so you
everybody in the group is learning some very interesting new swear words in multiple languages tonight.
Yeah, there is a regular stream of that. So you mix up, it's sugar water you're going to use to flush it out. So you mix up a small little portable bowl of sugar water and kind of pour it over the wound. And Ella, you see as he does this, a couple small black flecks come out when this water pours across the wound.
And as long as they keep coming, I keep flushing.
They are coming. Go ahead.
Oh, Ella's eyes are just wide, looking at like the flecks coming out, but she's not saying anything. She's just like setting her mouth in a hard line and just like.
If she's between Mark and Ella, which one of these two seems to be the most cognizant right now?
Ella probably. She's also there, and she wasn't recently in a cave-in. Plus, Mark and Sound appear to be moderately deep in conversation at this precise moment.
Understood. Yes. I'm actually going to hand the tweezers to Ella, and look, I'm going to keep cleaning this out, Lucas. All right, they're coming out.
Okay.
Ella, I need you to take the tweezers, and when they come out, grab them. And we need to save these.
And you have like a petri dish you could put them in.
Yep. We need to grab what you can. We need to save what we can. And I'm going to keep flushing.
Yeah, Ella just nods and she will start to do that.
All right, let's just get a straight dex roll from you on that, just to see, how well you do at getting them.
Gotcha.
So you're flushing this water through Lucas's wound, and sometimes a few come out, sometimes nothing comes out, sometimes just sort of one or even apparently bits of one appear to come out. It's not like a constant flow, too. Perfect. It's not like a constant flow of this coming out of the wound, but it is unmissable. So Ella, you miss a lot of them. They're very small. It's very precise work, and it's not like they're like crawling at their own speed. Like, they're being flushed out with the water. So you're definitely like trying to snag this out of a flowing stream for all intents and purposes. But you do get a number of them, and you screw them into this petri dish, and they appear to be moving around. These are very, very small, very shiny little black. They appear to be ants.
And yeah, Ella's closing it and just kind of like stares at it for a second and just is like shaking her head, but at this point like kind of speechless, just like
Lucas,
Yeah.
How comfortable are you in me cutting this open a little bit?
Do it. Do it, chipstick scars.
A fucking man. And I get a scalpel. If there's not one handy from one of the med kits, I will do the best I can with what I've got. And I intend on kind of bifurcating it, kind of working with like the swelling to kind of get it to, I get you know what I'm doing. So,
totally. So there is a scalpel in the med kits because these are like professional med kits.
Mm-hmm.
So the worst of the wound kind of starts up near the headline, so the swelling kind of comes down from the hairline to the wound that we can see. And that's generally where I suppose you start your cut at the cut and take it upwards towards the hairline, about an inch or all the way along the swelling. How far are we going with this cut?
Just to the end of the swelling for now. I don't want to overcomplicate this.
Perfect.
And keep flushing as I go. As long as the sugar water holds out, I keep going and rock and roll.
Perfect. You are going to use too much water doing this, is what is becoming very clear. You have not yet used too much water, but now that you have a very finite resource, Dr. Kent, you have been very on top of our supplies for this. Mm-hmm. So it's one of the first things that you start thinking about is just how many days of water are you going to flush into Lucas's wound? But you get it open, you get this cut open, and it doesn't explode with these creatures the way that a part of you thought it was going to. There was this very horror movie thought you had where you were going to cut Lucas and it was just going to burst with it. Mm-hmm. Like that old story about the girl with the spiders in her beehive haircut. But that is not what happens. You cut it, it bleeds, and as you dig through this cut you've made in Lucas's head, just pulling his flesh apart, and he's writhing underneath you and biting his tongue and swearing and doing his utmost not to fight you off here, as is clearly his natural response. Mm-hmm. You dig out a few more, but it very quickly becomes clear there's more.
Right. Lucas, we have a drastic problem.
Yeah?
You need to get to a hospital. We do not have the supplies or the equipment to take care of this the way we need to.
Fucking great.
What I'm going to do is we're going to dig out that bottle of scotch. We're going to give that cut a good pour. You're going to take a few swigs of that. I'm going to get the sutures and the staples out. We're going to close you up as best we can and get you the fuck out of here as quick as we can, all right? We are on a ticking time clock now, though.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Great.
And I offer him my hand, help him up, help him stand up. Kind of give him a not
loss.
But not one of those bro shoulder pats, but more of those like, hey, this is a genuine concern, like shoulder pat. All right, we'll do what we can. All right.
Yeah.
Storyteller, I have two questions while Ella has been observing this and helping. Number one, is there any odd smell coming from the wound?
No.
Okay. No. And number two, because I was picking them like off of his face, is there any temperature change?
In him or in you?
Yeah.
Or what do you mean?
No, sorry. Like by the wound. Like, does it seem hot? Does it seem unusually cold? Anything like that?
It does seem hot. It's starting to remind you more and more of what Dr. Jones's arm started to do, where it looked and felt like an infection was setting in.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. So during the course of that, Sound has come over to Mark. And he's finished the batteries with Ella, and he starts going over the charges with you, and he leans into you, and he's like, hey, you doing okay?
Yeah, I'm alright. It's just fucking... whole thing just came down on us. I'm still processing. We definitely need to backtrack and go and see if anyone survived that.
Look, man, I think we should tell them.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Right now? No.
When are we gonna get another chance? This isn't right. We can't keep this to ourselves.
What fucking difference does it make now, anyway?
Fucking difference does it make? You have got to know that this is our fault, right?
It's not. At all.
Come on.
It was when Jones disturbed whatever the pile of whatever that was.
Are you kidding me? Haunted ass city? All this shit? And we're out there... Come on, this is our fault.
Don't start going into fucking, like, ancient Incan curses. I am not in the state of mind to be able to do this right now. It's... You know and I know, we've been on enough shit to know that this isn't real. Remember fucking Haunted Alaska or whatever that fucking documentary was, where we spent seven weeks digging around in old coal mines and bullshit like that, and we came up with absolutely nothing besides a couple of camera tricks and a dude in the background with a mirror bouncing a light? Come on. This shit...
Oh, is that what happened to Dr. Jones? Camera tricks and lights?
No.
Because I'm pretty sure, like her arm fell off.
No, that's not what happened to her. This is obviously a really aggressive and nasty animal species, or one that carries with it a shitty, horrible fucking bacterial infection, but neither of those things are anything we could have anticipated when we came down here. Oh, fuck.
It's not right. It's not... Look, it was one thing when we were just down here and we were just doing our side thing, but this is different.
Yeah, it's different, which is why we should just not say or bring up fucking anything. Just...
What? Should we still keep doing it?
No, we're gonna try to fucking survive. Jesus Christ, man. Read the fucking room or the cave-in.
Oh, fuck, man. Like, you hired me for a reason.
I hired you...
It wasn't for my excellent sound skills.
I hired you because we've been through the shit together, okay? That is the one and only reason. And, you know, just fucking... Let's just get out of this.
Yeah, had nothing to do with hiring me for my ability to fall in baskets.
Yeah, this is, again, not the time or the place. Especially in a room with a bunch of people. Do not fucking crack on me now, okay? This is literally the worst time to start that conversation. Maybe when we're up and out and we just kind of go, oh, shit. And fuck, we can look like we were being proactive if we have to scatter from this place and it's buried for all eternity. Like, let's be smart about when we say something.
Okay.
Jesus
okay, you know these
Christ,
people
man.
better than I do.
Yeah, they're intellectuals. They're academics. They will understand. They will understand. When...
Oh, yeah, academics love what we do.
Academics basically do what we do. They just do it with government approval.
Okay.
They show up in other people's cultures and they take their shit back to their country.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
And Sound gets up and he extricates himself from the conversation. Can I get just a quick... We're gonna do something a little different here. I would love I would love to get a wits and awareness from everyone. But when you give it to me, let me know if you are focusing on listening or seeing. Because two things are occurring, and with enough successes, regardless, you're only probably going to catch one of those two.
This is 5 successes. This would be like an actual crit in V5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
Perfect.
Yeah, and I'm paying more attention to looking.
Looking? All right.
Yep.
I'm not taking notes. This is fine.
I got 6 on a critical win as well, and I am focusing on listening.
Listening. That's hello 6. All right.
The dice love me, apparently, tonight, because I literally rolled 7 successes.
Hey, and are we listening or looking?
Fuck. You know what? I'm in a lot of pain, so I will just be listening.
Listening. And I'm so sorry, Dr. Kent. Did you say you were listening or looking?
Listening.
Listening. Perfect. That's what I wrote down, and then all of a sudden I was like, that's not right.
I actually had a brain fart myself too.
And Mark.
Oh, I am actually... I thought this was about me, I'll be honest. I will roll then. Hang
Not
on.
everything's about you, Mark.
Yeah, it is. What was the roll? Sorry.
A wits and awareness, and let me know if you're listening or looking.
All right. I won't be listening because I'll probably be wanting to look anywhere. I'm going to do visual. 5 successes with the 2.
5 successes. Yeah. Perfect. So Mark and Ella, you're gonna see it first, but then I'm gonna let the listening folks know what they hear, and we can kind of deal with things from there.
Oh, I was listening as well.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I totally wrote down looking. I'm so bad at notes, apparently.
That's okay. We're doing
all right.
a good thing. It's all good. Yeah, listening.
So Mark, you appear to be the only person who's looking then. So as Sound gets up to walk away from you, he is heavily favoring that ankle that he banged on his way down here. For those of you who are listening, but most especially Lucas, very, very faintly, coming through the labyrinth, you can hear someone calling for help. Hello? Can anyone hear me?
Oh my god.
Please?
And I will shove away from everybody and run back towards that labyrinth.
I would like to spend a sanity to disregard pain for this scene.
All right.
Likewise.
Yeah.
All right, everyone who's saying fuck sanity, please say fuck sanity.
Yeah, fuck sanity. I have a question, storyteller. Do I recognize that voice?
You do.
Yeah, I am absolutely burn that sanity, disregard pain.
So Lucas is booking it back towards the labyrinth.
I run
Mark,
to grab
you
the
don't
drone
know
box
why.
and I'm following. I have a strong feeling that that I know what's going on here. There's only one thing that could make someone during surgery bolt upright and run towards the thing that almost killed us. I'm game. So the drone's coming with me, and I'm following.
All right. So these two are bolting back towards the labyrinth. Dr. Kent and Ella, what would you like to do?
I maybe look at Ella. We need to get over there right now. Figure out what's going on.
And storyteller, I didn't hear it. I didn't hear the voice.
You did. You just didn't hear it quite as well as Lucas, who knew what he was listening for, since you all got really good successes.
Yeah. Okay.
There's someone under there. Go grab that pry bar. I'm gonna grab a shovel. Let's go.
So Ella will go get the pry bar and just kind of then fall in after Dr. Kent to just help with what's ever going on.
All right. So I think that is a good spot for us to take a break for the moment, and we will pick back up in about 5 minutes with everyone making the fabulous decision to go back into the cave-in.
What could go wrong?
We'll see you in 5. welcome back. Things are going well for our cast. So when we left off, most, if not all of the cast were currently rushing towards the labyrinth, where we had just heard a familiar voice crying out for help from underneath the rubble.
Dr. Kent would have taken that shovel that he grabbed and would have started. You work from the top down in cases like this, and that's what he's trying to do. He's starting to. The shovel is gonna at least start to make some gaps, and then if Ella makes it up there with the pry bar, he's gonna have her swap over, take the shovel, and then he's gonna wrench into whatever he can with the pry bar to start working on getting a hole made.
Right. So
People
the thing
that are not blindly desperate use things like tools. I am absolutely just using my hands.
You're just digging hand over hand?
Yeah.
Perfect. I assume you're still wearing like your climbing glove type things?
Yeah.
So you're not like destroying your hands with this, because you are covered and whatnot, but this is not an efficient way to be doing it. The real
Adrenaline
problem...
and panic says dig.
Then dig you must. That's the next game. So the real problem you're encountering is not being able to quite figure out where this voice is coming from, especially as you're all digging wildly, because everyone here is urged to save this person, and no one is really planning at this point. Dr. Kent's doing his best to dig through. Lucas is just digging with his hands. And as you're doing that, you guys are even overriding these cries for help with your simple noises.
I'm back behind setting up the drone. I'm using fight time.
Yeah.
Has Ella made it up with the pry bar yet?
If she wants to, I assume as much.
Yeah, I want to
Okay.
be up there helping Dr. Kent.
All right, now you take the shovel. You kind of put your weight on it like this. All right, I'm going to come in with the pry bar, and you keep pushing down, and I'm going to push up. All right.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna do a bulk of the work here, but I'm gonna need you to put your back into it. All right.
Yeah, okay.
All right, and 1, 2, 3.
All right, so let's get a strength athletics from both of you.
Okay.
Oh no.
So are you...
Oh, no. One die.
Oh no. So are you
You're
looking
good.
to like lift the rubble so Lucas could like get underneath or something like that?
Yeah, I'm trying to clear a decent sized gap. My thought is you get the smaller crap out of the way, you can work then and get the bigger stuff worked free, and then the smaller stuff kind of comes back in, and you can use that to help support the weight of the bigger load.
All right.
Physics is fun.
And when they've made a big enough hole that I can hand launch the drone, I want to launch it into the cavern to try to find, to just go overhead with the camera on and see if I can spot anything that might indicate humans.
Okay. 5 for you? Oh, brilliant. So this drone, I don't think we've ever talked about it at length. Does it have anything special, like infrared or anything like that, or is it just like a camera
I
drone?
have 2 of them currently. There's the one with the caving cage that has the big light on it, and then there's the other one.
That one's probably going to be a little too big for this.
Okay, yeah. So I'll use the little one that has the infrared camera on it. It's probably better for finding people anyway, looking for heat spots. So I'm going to use the smaller drone. That one has a less solid cage. It's definitely possible for that one to crash I wouldn't be surprised if in this situation it did.
Well, we're gonna find out if everything comes crashing down first and foremost. Wow. So as you guys are lifting these pieces, the problem you're encountering is that as you put pressure on them, they're cracking apart into smaller pieces.
Okay, and you can let the weight off. 3, 2, 1.
Alright.
And you guys set it down, and it kind of settles with a little bit of quite a rumble, almost a grumble from within the rocks.
Damn it.
Hello? Is anyone in there? Hello?
Hello? Dr. Kent? And you can just kind of faintly hear this.
Whose voice is that?
You spent enough time with him, you would recognize Spencer's voice.
Exactly why Lucas's digging was so frantic.
Mm-hmm. Alright,
Spence, can you hear me?
Lucas?
Yeah.
Lucas, man. Lucas, oh god. I'm stuck.
Okay. We're working on getting you out, okay?
Lucas,
Yeah?
there's something wrong with my leg. It's really itchy.
Okay. We'll deal with one thing at a time, man, okay? We're gonna
Okay.
get you unstuck, and everything's gonna be okay.
Okay, I think I followed the same path. I think you guys can maybe get to me. I don't know. I can't get out. I'm stuck.
We're gonna try.
Okay.
Okay. You just stay calm and hang in there for me, all right?
Yeah. Yeah, I've got light. I'm okay for now.
We've got this.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna see if I'm gonna kind of wave for Lucas and Mark to join Ella and me a little higher up on the pile. Alright, if we're gonna try this, we need to go about this smart.
Yeah.
Okay? Alright. We'll start to go down towards center mass. Alright? You want to kick everything back. Okay, it's cohesion factor of this rock. Everything is going to stack to a certain height and then shear off. Alright?
No, you're right. It's not my first rodeo. I'm just...
Yep. Top
Panic
down.
gets the best of us sometimes.
Yep. It's all good. Trying times, right? Okay. Alright, so it's probably... I'm not going to bother with the tools per se. If this rock is as brittle as what it's being made out to, I think we could probably we can more carefully work it with by hand slowly than just jamming tools into it. So kind of making like a group effort. Probably have Dr. Kent up front. Kind of helping get the big bulk of it started, and then whoever is going to be back behind him is going to kind of help ease the load, and then the other two can kind of help shove the rest of it or kick the rest of it back down the lee side of the slope.
And I'll help until there's enough of an air pocket to get the drone up.
All right. So, who's going to be doing the brunt of the labor, that topmost part? Kent. Perfect. So we'll just let your 5 successes on that kind of ride through.
Okay.
I'll have you make some stamina rolls as we go. Who are taking up the next part of the brigade? I'm assuming probably Lucas and Mark.
Yeah.
All right, so you two are taking it from Kent, and then you two are handing it off to Sound and Ella, sort of the furthest away.
Yeah.
This takes a long time. And it's heavy, and it's hard, and it's dusty. Are we taking any precautions for that dust? Now, everyone's still wearing gloves, and we'll just, for the sake of argument, everyone here has climbing gloves, and that's what you're using on top of your nitrile gloves.
There you go.
And Dr. Kent does make sure to re-wet his kerchief every once in a while and wash out because it's probably getting a little chalky, probably too.
Yeah.
And I'm
Ella,
tear
I
a
assume you have
sleeve
some
out of my
kind of
shirt to...
perfect.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do a similar thing. I've got like a neck, like I'm just pulling it up over my mouth and nose. Yep.
Sound has one as well. So this takes quite a while. You don't have daylight to go by down here, but of course you all have your watches and whatnot. You're at this for probably 2.5, 3 hours. And it's hard work. There need to be lots of breaks, which you're not taking. You need to be hydrating regularly, which you are not doing. You need to be ventilating this area, which you cannot do. So this is an unpleasant couple of hours. Let's get a stamina roll from everyone. And just while we're at it, why don't we grab a sanity roll for everyone, which I probably should have done a little while ago after all the horror. Good on sanity? Perfect.
Oh, crushed my stamina roll.
I succeeded on my one stamina die.
Perfect. Ella, how'd we do on our rolls?
Okay, I got 1 success for stamina.
Nice.
And I think I need a refresher on like what I'm looking for on the sanity. So I have 1, 2. Oh, that's a lot less than I thought it was.
I got a whopping 2 successes on my sanity roll.
Same.
All right. So the sanity roll is half of your sanity rounded down. So I believe you both had 8 sanity, which means we needed 4 successes. So you both lose a sanity.
Burned one.
Yep. Yeah, I burned 1 earlier. So.
Okay, so that put you at 7. Half and rounded down is
6.
still 3. Yeah.
And the stamina roll, 3 successes.
3 successes. Mark, how is our stamina and our sanity?
I got, because of the doubling, I got 5 successes on stamina 3.
Okay, and how's our sanity?
Hang on 1 second. I spent 1, so I'm at 7. And I got 5 successes.
Alright, so you are good on your sanity. So Lucas is just like, Lucas and Mark are the two like banging this out. There actually comes a point where they start swapping off with Dr. Kent so that he can take the slightly easier job for a little bit. And then they bring him back up front to kind of let them know how best to continue about it, and then swap back off with the other person just to make the best use of it. Let's see how Sound does on his stamina roll.
Oh, goodness.
Hey, you didn't suck too bad. Leave him alone.
First time for everything.
So Sound holds up with the brigade system quite well. He's doing just fine. If there's one thing he can do, it's apparently manual labor. Let's see how he does on his sanity. You could pass like one of these guy, like any one of them. Poor Sound.
No.
He has not passed a single sanity roll since we got down here, so he's doing great. He's doing so great. So while you guys are going about this, as he's down the bottom with Ella, he keeps looking at you and like he's maybe gonna say something, but then he doesn't and goes about his work for a few minutes, and then he kind of looks at you like he's gonna say something, and then he kind of doesn't and continues to go about his work.
And Ella is also like kind of focusing on the work, but like after she continuously like notices the looks, she doesn't look back and she's still doing her task. Just say it.
I don't want the others to hear us.
We can't stop. Like, this is what we're supposed to be doing right now. Like, we can't have a...
Yeah, no, I know. I gotta talk to you later, okay?
Okay. Yeah, we can talk later.
Okay.
Just...
And he goes back to his work very... and after a while... After a while, you guys manage to clear, you clear a lot of the topmost rubble off. It's actually easier now that you realize you can break it in half pretty easily, as long as you're careful not to, like, break things as they're on top of this, because the last thing you want is to disturb this precarious pile. Takes a while, but you do eventually open yourselves up, like a small mini, path that could take you through this. It's not very wide. The drone could get through it, or someone could probably go through, like, arm over arm military crawl through it. And it seems to lead down into the Labyrinth Pass that you took initially, which is, as far as you can tell, where Spencer said he is.
Alright. Lucas, you want to go ahead and tie off? We'll just, you say the word, we'll pull you back. Alright? If you think you can make it in there.
Lucas is going in.
You're muted.
One way to find out.
All right.
Let's do this. Unless
So,
Mark,
you guys...
Mark, you've got that shiny drone if you want to try that, but otherwise I'm going in.
Is there enough room for me to deploy it yet, or I kind of thought we had to be in the big... Oh, okay. Well, yeah, like I said, whenever...
I mean, it's gonna be precarious, and there is a high chance you may lose this drone in here. Like, you can get it in, but you don't know what you're sending it into. There is a chance you may not be able to get it back out.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Let's try the little drone. Let's get a good idea of what we're up against.
All right, so you guys send the drone in, and while that's going on, you kind of get Lucas set up. You find a good anchor point. You set up the ropes and stuff. Mark, can I get an intel and tech roll, please?
That's an acceptable roll for me. This is media tech, correct?
Yeah, I guess so.
Storyteller, while he's making that roll, I am going to be taking one small notable item that is on my sheet with me.
Okay.
It is not the usual, it is the item listed on my sheet under the usual, just in case.
I definitely remember that, and I'm not checking your sheet right now. Gotcha. All right, so you take in your unusual item. Trademark.
Trying to likely keep it out of people's view, just in case.
Totally. So you send the drone in first, and it is a tight fit, and the problem is not just the dark, but the seeming shifting dark. Because the flashlight of the thing will pass over what appears to be a wall, and you'll assume you're blocked in, but when you turn it back around, what you thought was a blockage appears to have cleared.
Is anything?
This happens if.
Sorry, is anything showing up on infrared? I'm gonna swap back and forth between the two.
Yes, there is a heat signature a little further in. It does appear to be human-sized.
Okay, sorry. Carry on.
Yeah. So this happens a few times as you're taking this drone through these blockages that seem to appear on the screen and disappear. The drone, of course, does not pick up sound, so you have no idea what this might be. It could be additional issues with those magnetics. It could be blockages that are collapsing and then shifting. Could be a number of things. But you feel pretty confident that you can not pinpoint, but direct where this person-shaped heat signature is coming from.
Okay, I'm gonna show the handheld to Lucas. Be like, what do you make of that? 50 feet in?
Something like that. I should be able to make it. What is all that stuff on there?
All that stuff? I don't know. I honestly, I was swapping back and forth with infrared because it almost seems like I was spotting openings that were shutting out on me, and I haven't heard the sound of collapse. I feel like if it was still dropping, we'd know. So, yeah, I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, I'll have you on the line. We'll pull you back if anything happens.
Okay.
And Lucas goes in.
It's gonna hurt like fuck. Alright, let's do this thing. Yeah.
I'll have that scotch waiting for you when you're done.
I'm gonna drink half that fucking bottle.
Cheers.
All right.
Right.
Let's get a Dex Athletics from Lucas, please.
This is not a terrible decision for me to make at all.
No. Why
No.
would you think that? Maybe the puppies are in there.
I'm here for puppies.
It's just Spencer and some puppies.
Absolutely.
Dr. Kent's gonna be kind of anchoring the rope. So,
Okay.
oof.
That is a whopping total of 6 successes. The dice like me on certain rolls.
Nice.
The dice like you to be good at what you're good at. So it's not even that hard to get through this cavern. The most difficult part, without question, is never knowing if the next shuffle forward is just gonna cave you in out the bottom or cave the top in down on you.
Yep.
So it's slow going, and it's tight. This is the kind of thing that you are a professional for. You have mapped caves before that have never been seen by people, and you've been in tight situations before.
Mm-hmm.
But
No
never
claustrophobia here.
No. But never before have you felt the walls squirm around you.
Okay.
And you continue to go arm over arm, pulling yourself forward, pulling debris and maybe other things towards your own face. As you continue to move hand over hand, inch by inch, deeper into this cave-in. But you're buoyed by the fact that after a few minutes, you hear Spencer again, and he is much, much closer. Lucas. Oh,
Yeah.
please God, tell me that's you.
It's me.
Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God.
It's just really tight coming through here, so...
Okay, I actually think I can see your light.
See two
Yeah.
flashes? All right.
Yes,
It's me.
thank
It's
God.
me.
Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God.
All right. I'm gonna need you to keep talking to me so I can exactly get to you. Okay?
Okay, I'm right here, and he continues to speak to you, and he's not actually that much further up. It only takes you a few more feet to come in through to the top of a small cave-in pocket that he appears to be trapped in. You're coming in about 8 feet off the ground.
Mm-hmm.
But you are coming out head first.
Yeah.
So Dr. Kent, let's get a strength athletics from you.
Okay.
I'm on the rope as well if it's
Okay.
rope related.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a strength athletics.
Okay.
Hey,
To not drop poor Lucas directly on his head.
Nice.
please. I'd like to not land on my noggin. It's already taken enough abuse today.
Yeah.
His poor noggin, you guys!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And 4.
Alrighty!
Well, damn.
All right, so you guys outside have been feeding this rope in, pretty steadily, and it stops moving, and for a second you're like, we should just pull him out. He's not moving, we should just pull him out right now. And then it starts going hand over hand again, and then you feel clearly the weight of Lucas.
I will do them the courtesy of 2 sharp tugs on it before I do that.
And I've got the end of the line anchored on a belay, so I'm actually like rigged into it. Whereas I'm letting Kent do the precision work. I'm just
Perfect.
anchored.
So you take a little sharp snap out at first, but you quickly orient yourself. This is not the first time you've had to come through something like that. And you drop down the last few feet, which at 8 feet is hardly a drop to you.
Yeah.
You have your head lantern, which is the only light in this small cavern. It is very small. It's 8 feet up, probably about 4 feet by 7 feet in here. It's a tight squeeze, and Spencer is laying on the ground.
Okay.
He is stomach down, and he's got his arms under him, and he's looking up at you.
Okay. See what we
I'm
got
stuck.
Here, yeah? I know.
Yeah.
Let's see what I can do for you.
So you turn your headlamp towards where he must be stuck through his legs.
Yeah.
And he is, in fact. The cave-in has come down atop one of his legs very, very clearly.
Can you feel it at all?
Yes.
Okay. And I will go and try to see if this is the solid rock or if this is the shale rock, how precarious it might be.
This is the shale rock. So this is the same breakability, moderately fragile. You can't be totally sure quite how load-bearing this is. But with how fragile this rock is, it theoretically wouldn't be too hard to just kind of break it around his leg. It's not as if you have to crack this piece in half.
Okay.
But what you do see when you look under to look at how trapped his leg is swarming underneath.
Oh. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Are they biting you? Are they hurting you?
It doesn't hurt. It's just really hot and really itchy. And it was just my foot at first, and now it's a lot higher up. I can feel them in my knees. can feel them moving under my kneecap. Lucas, are they eating me?
I don't know, Spence. I really don't know. Because there's so fucking many of them, I can't see anything.
Can you get me out?
I'll do my damnedest, okay? Okay.
So are you going to be breaking this rock around his leg?
I'm gonna try to break some of it, if I can.
Okay.
Carefully.
Alright, give me just a quick strength check.
Sure.
You don't have, like, all of your tools here, but, like, you've got your belt with stuff and things.
Yeah, you know,
A little hammer, a little pick. There's no reason to believe you wouldn't be able to break this.
exactly. But I'm trying to do it smartly.
That's the real call.
Three.
Three? Okay.
3 on
Alright.
3.
Three's on the right. So you start taking your pick and you're kind of chipping away at this rock around his leg. And as you're doing it, the ants start coming out and crawling up the wall where you are chipping away. A couple of them are trying to climb on your tools. If they get on your tools, it's not a far distance to your hand.
If he's tugging on the rope, I'm gonna start.
Nope.
He wouldn't be tugging on the rope because he's just within
Okay.
this cavern, so he's just kind of flailing around within this 4-foot space.
No.
What's happening?
Every time I'm trying to get you to get this rock broken around you, they're coming at me.
Can you cut it off?
Storyteller, do I have an angle to get remotely near him like that? Or is it
While
all,
avoiding
way down?
the ants, or
it's all just ants all the way down, isn't it?
it's just ants all the way down. You'd probably have to sever his leg mid-thigh.
Jesus.
And you would have to deal with these ants whilst you were doing it. If you wanted to stay further away from these ants, you'd have to sever him, like, groin. You know
Not
for a
without-
fact if you sever his leg at the groin, he will
He'll
not
bleed out.
even survive the climb out.
Even if I
Maybe
set the
mid-thigh.
he's not gonna. No.
He could maybe, if you went back out and got like a cauterizing tool and built a way to build a fire, like, maybe.
Spence, if I did it where I would need to do it, you'd bleed out in 5 minutes.
What do we do? You're the boss. What do we do? What do I do? Oh my god, are you gonna leave me here?
I'm not leaving you here. Not like this.
Then what are we gonna do?
Got a way to make it quick. You know that. I'm sorry.
I wanna die down here.
Go. It'd be a fucking easy job, wasn't it?
It was supposed to be easy money. Will you tell Maria that I went out better than this?
Absolutely. I'll make sure she's taken care of, okay?
Do it! Do it!
And Lucas will reach to the case that's attached to his belt and withdraw a 9mm handgun.
You do so.
And he will point it at Spencer. Point it right between the eyes. And pull the trigger.
And the gunshot in this tiny room is
Yup.
eardrum explodingly loud.
Yeah, I know.
Now you all outside also hear a gunshot. And Spencer collapses forward onto his own hands and doesn't move anymore. And he doesn't cry anymore. And the ants just keep crawling up the wall and towards you.
You yank on the rope.
And you guys start hauling Lucas back out.
And when I think he's close enough back to hear us, I'm just gonna give a, "You okay?"
No.
Okay. Yeah.
And you successfully haul Lucas back out of this hole. And he comes out looking somehow worse than he came out of the cave-in.
I just put my arm around him. You had to try, man. You had to.
Fucking eating him alive.
Maybe don't say that too loud.
We need to fucking move this camp.
Yeah, we do.
Because they were everywhere. There.
And we need to keep them from panicking.
Yeah.
Okay. We can do this.
I'm fine.
Yeah, one foot in front of the other.
Yeah. I'm fine.
For Ella and Dr. Kent right now.
Dr. Kent, after they would have gotten Lucas out of the hole, I would have probably just stood there kind of absent-mindedly. Once Lucas unclipped, I'd start. And I know my way around rope and how to properly get it all rigged back up. And I start doing the figure eights.
Very quiet camp right now.
Mm-hmm. I look over to Ella. All right. We're gonna get you up out of here so you can call your dad. All right.
Okay.
Now, listen. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna hand you your ruck. I'll grab mine. You're gonna get as much water as you can carry. We're leaving everything. We need to get out of here.
I just want to go home.
We'll get you there, all right?
Okay.
Just and I kind of reach into my pocket and I get a crumpled pack of cigarettes out and I go and I put one in and just kind of like look around like, and I light up and I offer the pack to Ella.
She'll take one.
All right. Get your ruck. Grab as much water as you can carry. All right.
Okay, so Ella will go get her pack. Put as much water in as Dr. Kent instructed, and so she'll come back up to Dr. Kent with the pack on. Okay, where do I go again?
All right, listen, and I'm gonna take a small run of nylon cord, and I'm gonna C-clip a run of that from my belt loop onto her belt loop. All right, this is how we're gonna do this. All right. Just tag along. Then once we get moving, we'll see how you do, all right? But this is what we'll do for now.
Okay.
And actually, if you want to turn around a second, and I reach in and her bag was where we were keeping the scotch.
Sure.
And I get it out and all right, let's go. And I start to meander back over to Lucas and Mark after it looks like they've had their. I wanted to give Lucas his space. All right, and I offer him the bottle of scotch. So there you are. It's all yours.
Thanks.
All right. Let's get out of here, all right?
Yeah. And Lucas will take a long drink from that bottle before handing it back over.
All right.
I put the lid back on it and I tuck it back into Ella's backpack.
So is everyone, I assume, loading up on basically as much food and water as possible?
Yeah.
And we're back at
so
the camp right now?
Yeah, everyone's sort of congregated back at the camp.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to, under the pretense of packing everything down, go into my tent and do like a full self-exam, figure out what my extent of my injuries are, and do the check that I'm dreading.
All right, go ahead and give me a wits medicine, please.
4.
All right. So you give yourself a pat down, and you appear to be a little less injured than Lucas. When you guys came out of the cave-in, you were more battered all over than anything. You're not spotting any particular broken bones or concussion or anything like that. But you do have numerous little scrapes all up and down your arms, and a good one on the back of one of your shoulders, a solid one on your ankle. And you've got You've got your flashlight in your mouth as you've got your arm up and you're looking at all these little scrapes. And when you pull your arm taut, when you abuse yourself and are pulling these cuts apart, you find them.
Fuck.
Just these tiny black fibers that itch and poke out of your skin and slide back in.
God damn it. It's all of us. I'm gonna come out of the tent and sideline sound. Hey.
Hey.
Come here.
Okay.
And
sound follows him.
I'm not even really gonna talk to him about it. I'm just gonna take out the flashlight and pull his pant leg up for his ankle because he was favoring it earlier and there was no time for it, but now there is. Obviously over by the tent so that other people can't really see it.
Okay. If anyone would like to spy on this, feel free to let me know and we'll make that roll, but if not, we'll just operate as is.
I would like to spy.
Fabulous.
Dr. Kent
Surprise,
is now
surprise.
in hypervigilance mode. Nothing farts in this cave without him noticing.
Lucas is
Perfect.
understandably sort of not really paying attention to anybody else right now.
Yeah, Lucas is shocked. Like, didn't sound die, like, yesterday?
Oh, there was another person down here, right?
Oh, yeah. So for those of us who are sneaking, what do we have that's sneaky? We need just a sneak roll. Ah, stealth. That's a sneaky
stealth.
one. Dex stealth, if you please. Hey! So much for... Hey, and 3. All right. So you guys are gonna see Sound and Mark kind of go around the tent. Are you, I assume, kind of, packing up the camp in a that way ward direction?
Mm-hmm. And I maybe kind of tug on that run of rope a little bit. Like we're as the Dr. Kent was no shit. We're staying tied to the hip here, but kind of tug on the rope a little bit, and I kind of tug like.
So you two kind of sidle up all nice and subtle. You won't be able to quite see what they're doing, but you'll be able to hear them and you know where they are having this conversation.
That's all I want.
So you pull up Sound's pant leg on his favored ankle, and this is a raw, bloody, nail-marked wound.
Nail marked.
Yeah, it looks like he's been clawing at it.
Okay, what happened to your leg, man?
It just started itching so much. I think I was scratching it in my sleep, and...
Okay.
I don't know.
All right. It's okay. We're gonna clean it and get it bandaged, and you can't scratch it anymore because you're making it a big problem for yourself.
I think it's a big problem anyway.
It is. We just gotta try to get out of here, soldier on forward. I don't know, man. What do you want me to do?
I don't know. Call whoever sent us down here. Get them to airlift us out.
Oh yeah, how's your service down here? Verizon doing any better? Like, be real about this. Our survival chances only exist if we can find another way out of here and a water route a water tunnel is probably our best bet. So we need you able to stay mobile, which means you need to not lose the use of that leg.
Should have just put the doctor on the altar.
Well,
And he shakes his head.
that would not have helped fucking anybody at all. Sit down and please stop with the fucking macabre bullshit. All right?
Well, they believed it, and he gestures around at the town.
Yes, they're also all dead, and there's probably a reason for that.
Well, not for like a really long time, according to the ropes. The not ropes.
So you're suggesting that they fed people to the...
I'm totally suggesting that they fed people to them.
Oh. That actually... okay, leg first.
And he reaches out and he grabs you by the arm really hard and he's like, we should do that. We can buy ourselves the time, at least.
We should not do that. That is not the kind of talk that we need right now at all. Superstition and survival situations go hand in hand, and we will be burning witches pretty soon. So shut the fuck up with that, or I will lay you the hell out. I am not kidding about this. I have seen this happen.
I actually probably frown over to Ellen, and I'm like...
It's because we took that shit.
Jesus Christ. No, it's not. And
yes,
keep your fucking
that's when this all
voice down.
started.
Keep your fucking voice down.
Like, I've seen the mummy, man.
Yeah.
I know how curses work.
Brendan Fraser's great. Just understand me when I am speaking to you. Superstition in survival situations gets people killed. Or sacrificed
maybe it gets
to
the rest
elder
of us
gods.
out. I mean, they're just gonna keep chasing us until they've got all of us.
They are a force of nature. A really scary, shitty force of nature, but a force of nature only. Keep your fucking head, man. This is the same as dealing with a bear or a crocodile. It's the same thing.
Well, those don't burrow in you. And that he says at a pretty normal speaking voice.
Ella is starting to pull on like the rope between them, like she's wants to move over towards sound.
Towards them?
Yeah.
Okay.
and I am like...
Are you guys gonna move into like their view? Like, do you want them to know you're here now, or are you just trying to sneak closer? Okay.
No, I want him to know that I'm here.
She's onto something here. I'm gonna let her make the first move, so I'm gesturing her to you go on ahead.
Just out of curiosity, how long is this rope between you guys? How much distance do you have?
I would say it's probably like it's only like an 8-foot run.
Okay, but it's not like you're like hip to hip.
Right. There's enough room for us to do what we need to do and not get totally spaghettied up.
Fantastic.
But enough to where we're not gonna stray too far from the other.
Perfect. All right. So Ella steps around the side of the tent at this point. And Sound yanks his leg back away from Mark, and the pant leg falls back down.
Like, are you guys getting ready? Like, are you are you good? Sound like...
I don't know, are we good, Mark?
We're good. That wound he got when he came down on day 1 is looking pretty bad, and I'm worried he won't be able to make the walk. So I'm gonna wrap it, short splint it, and then I guess we'll get out of here.
Did you check it?
Are you also visible around the tent?
Well, I mean, they would have seen us tie off, so they know that I'm there.
True.
Deductive reasoning. So yeah, I might actually dramatically come around the corner.
Fabulous. Even better.
You can see that Mark's body language changes then, because he's definitely a little more like he's been backed into a corner a little bit. You can see that he's frayed and on edge a little bit. He's not showing it, but his body language is. Here's somebody who's been in this situation before.
And
Look.
Go ahead.
No, you go. You take it.
Oh, and actually in this moment, Ella is gonna look at Dr. Kent and she's gonna be like, look, I'm not going anywhere. Can I just take this off a second so I can talk to him really fast? Just him and I, please.
Yeah,
Okay.
You just undo the C clip and just drop the rope, and I'll wrap it back up.
And she looks at Mark. Can I just talk to him? I just want to talk to him for a second. I'm just gonna go over there really fast. And she'll actually take the gloves are still on my hands. Take Sound's hand actually and lead him away from everybody, out of earshot.
Can I just make an eye contact intimidation roll to Sound while they're walking away? I'm sure he glances back at me.
Absolutely. So I'm going to call that one definitely a manipulation intimidation.
Yeah, which is not a
Nothing
great roll for me.
charismatic about this.
Which is not a great roll for me, but we will see how we do with that.
Really want you to fail this one so that your scary face is like,
Well, that's boring. It's just 2 successes. So I didn't fail and I didn't pass wonderfully. I'm just...
Let's see if Sound can hold up against a don't be a wuss roll.
That is a roll he will not pass. It's just automatically relenting to being a wuss.
Is this projecting, Jay?
Damn!
I had to
fired for
I'm
the
sorry.
second time.
Half of the second time.
All right. So Ella takes Sound's hand, and Sound goes with her, and he does see your intimidating scowl. You're not sure whether or not it'll be enough.
Okay, so Ella leads them away out of earshot from everybody, and looks him right in the eye. What did you want to say to me?
We got sent to rob all of it. We're not academics. We rob stuff. We rob tombs. We rob museums, wherever fine artifacts can be found. I don't fall in baskets. I fall in stuff and then take what's inside. That's what I do. And that is what we have been doing since we got down here. We have taken the bones and some of the ropes and a bunch of fabric and a bunch of the rocks that we chipped off. We've just been taking all of it.
And Ella looks down for a second and then back up at him. Was it worth it?
No! But to be fair, usually the curses aren't real.
You're lucky I don't fucking cold cock you right here. Don't say another word to me.
In the silence, we can all hear the sound of Sound's heart shattering.
You are a bad person. I want you to know that going forward. I'm a believer that many people do bad things, and they do stupid things, they do those things, but they are not inherently bad or stupid. But you are just bad. Down to your fucking core. It's not even about the fact that you're just some greedy little pig down here for money. You're a fucking grave robber. You should be fucking 6 feet under. You should be fucking dead at the bottom of the cave. Not Dr. Jones. Not Spencer. It should be you that's fucking dead. And if you know what's fucking good for you, you will be silent. You will comply. And then when we get out... Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Yours is going to be more poignant, I suspect.
Okay. We can't have the discord and the fighting that this revelation would bring to this group right now. So I'm not going to fucking say anything. But when we get out of here, and I will get out of here just to fucking spite you in that douchebag Mark. And then I will have my dad sue your ass to hell and back, and you will fucking rot in jail for the rest of your life. I will make sure you don't get a fucking toothbrush, you don't get a pack of ramen, you don't get any seasoning packets, you get fucking nothing. So every ounce of freedom you have in this tiny little cave, enjoy that. Because when we get out of here, it's over. And if you so much as cross me anytime in this process of getting out, I will spill the fucking beans. Got it?
I might be a bad person, but at least I'm not dead weight, you fucking bitch. And he turns around and storms away from her. And he is going straight towards his tent.
I can only assume that conversation went well.
Yeah, and fuck you too, Mark. Now,
And-
Dr. Kent and Lucas, you definitely heard the fucking bitch and then the fuck you too, Mark.
What the fuck?
Okay, so we've got this now.
And Ella comes like back toward Dr. Ken and Lucas and Mart, and she's like,
Trouble in Paradise?
he's just an idiot. Just a garden variety asshole. Don't worry about
We
it.
could have saved telling him off until we didn't have to all fucking depend on each other to get out of here.
There's a subtextual conversation going on if you do look at Mark. I don't know if you do look at him.
Oh yeah, Ella is gonna look in his direction, and she doesn't necessarily, but like, give him like a really discernible stink eye, but it's just kind of like it's almost just like bewildered, like, and just kind of.
And his facial expression returning just says, there's an explanation, but that he's defiant. Because he knows you know. That's what the facial expression clearly says. I know
Yeah.
he spilled the beans because it's fucking sound, of course. There's an explanation, but we'll see.
It's not a big deal. It's just everybody's fucked up, okay? And like, he got mad, and like, I was saying bitchy stuff, like you
I'm
know,
just giving you shit.
It's whatever. He's just getting on my case, and it just got super annoying. So it's fine. I'm fine. It doesn't matter.
Ella, I'm just giving you shit right now. It's okay.
I'm gonna get out ahead of... Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. Sound is coming back out of the tent.
I'm gonna get ahead of his fucking paranoia and superstition and survival situations thing. He thinks there's an actual curse. That's a fucking problem for me. Let's all just treat it with the ridicule that it deserves. That we disturbed the tomb, so therefore we're all cursed. Let's just put it out there in the open before he tries to pitch it in a more charismatic way, and we start, I don't know, trying to sacrifice each other.
Look, I get what you mean about we can't let, like, superstitions mess with our head that will compromise our ability to get out of here. I understand that.
Yeah.
But you of all people should know that there are forces at work in this world that we don't fucking understand. This was a civilization God knows how long ago. Like, we don't know what went on then. There's plenty of things we can't understand. I'm not saying we give what Sound said any credence, but you can't just write it all off as hogwash. There's shit that happens. There's divine feminine power. That shit exists.
Sure, but is divine feminine power going to throw a rope down to us and pluck us out of this cave? No? Then I don't have a fucking ounce of time for it. What we need to be doing
Great, then let's move on.
What we need to be doing right now is focusing on how to get the fuck out of here. And I will have
No, I've got a better idea. And Sound has come out of the tent, and he has a gun in his hand.
And Mark's hand shoots to his back. I'm assuming it's gone.
Boy.
Yeah, your gun is gone.
Mine isn't.
Oh, shit.
Yours is not.
Do I have a gun? I don't think I have
You
one.
do not have a
I
gun.
don't have a gun. I got nothing. Okay.
If you do not know you have a gun, you do not have
I
a
don't
gun.
have one. No, I don't have a gun.
Well, where the fuck did you... okay.
So,
All right. Down.
all right, cool.
Right.
We're doing Mexican standoff time here, boy. Let's do it.
Oh,
Fine,
shit.
fine.
Fuck.
It can be you and me. You and me, Lucas. We can get out of here. We'll put them in the temple, and we can go. You and me. The
I
smart
don't know
people
what the
with
fuck
the
you're
guns.
talking about, for starters. But you're spouting some crazy shit.
Don't you get it?
You're not gonna
Don't
make this
you
any better.
get it? Dr. Jones should have stayed here. She
I'm
should have
shifting
stayed in the
around him.
temple. We should have put her up on that altar and just let them cover her. And they would have had her and not us. And we could have gone up that
Drawing up a rock.
fucking hill. We
Hey,
could
but
have
hear me
gone
out.
up here.
Hear me out. If this is about giving them people, if this is about all of that shit, they've had the bodies of a lot of people now. Okay? Including Spencer. And they're still crawling around down there.
Well, where are
You
they
really
right
think
now?
this-
If they're
Huh?
busy with Spencer, why where are they right now? Why aren't they chasing us right now? Is it because they're busy with Spencer?
They were still coming towards me after I shot him.
Well, you were too close. You should have found a way
Oh.
to get out. While you were in there, we would find a way to get out. I think I can find a way.
Do not make me fucking do this.
One of you
killed one
is
person
getting
today.
in that temple, and I am leaving.
I'm gonna cold cock him with the rock in my hand. This is left
Stop, you
rationality.
lads.
This is left rationality. I mentioned that I was circling, picking up a rock.
Yeah.
I heard you.
Yeah.
It was perfect.
Yep.
No need
He's
for rolls
now
on that.
brandishing. I want to come forward, one with a hit with the rock, and one to try to control his forearm and take him away from, because he's got a line on everybody. I want to sweep that out.
He's definitely.
Yeah,
Everyone here is in danger because this man is not aiming
Yeah.
at anyone.
but yeah, that's why one hand's going to the forearm to sweep it away from pointing at them.
All right. Can you give me a? I guess that's melee, since you do technically have a weapon.
It's more or
It's
less a body
rock.
throw. I just want to daze him harder than a fist/tackle could.
I guess
but
I'll kinda
guess
leave
my
it up to you,
melee
depending
is
on-
better. So I'm gonna go with melee.
Go ahead and use whichever one's better to hit him, because I mean you're kind of half hitting him with a rock.
Woof! 5 successes on a 5 pool. So
All right, let's see if he can dodge this. It'll be a miraculous roll if he can.
If Sound dodges this, I call hacks by the
yeah,
universe.
right.
Right? He does not. Shockingly to everyone. So we're obviously not going to bother with any kind of damage roll in this sort of game. So you've got a rock in the hand, and you just crack him across the face. And its teeth go flying. The rock crumbles somewhere between your hand and his face when it makes contact. And with your other hand, you go for the gun. And the gun goes off. And for a moment, you're all deafened, and the sound of the gunshot reverberates around this cavern, and echoing and bouncing right back at you in a mockery of your attempts to control this place and yourselves. And everyone takes stock for a minute, patting around and searching for injury. And one of you cries out in pain. And I think that's where we're going to bring it to an end this evening.
God
I
damn
hope everyone enjoyed this episode of Skin Deep. And while we were all still in shock, I'm going to make you all do outros. So everyone feel free to take a breath and return to yourselves. And flip me off a little, I'm into it.
One of us might be dead.
And let's go ahead and start with Ella.
Hey, my name's Sara. I played Ella. You can find me on Twitter at MCDiabetes. I'm a creative partner at Martlet Games. You can keep an eye on all the Martlet Games social media for things that are coming out. You can find me here on this very channel, Vancouver by Night, as part of the Saturday Vampire Takeover in Delve into Darkness, where I play the Brawl and Tremere Jude. And then on Sunday, the next day, in D&D, playing my first long-term campaign. That's a tremendous amount of fun. So please check out both the Takeover, the D&D game, and then all the awesome stuff that Vancouver is offering, including a Changeling game and all manner of different things coming out. And keep the Patreon. Thanks, everybody.
Perfect. And Johnathan.
Hello, everybody. I am Johnathan. I play the extremely traumatized and stressed out Lucas Costa, who has had to do way too many things today and has had a little too much unloaded on him. I am the community manager for Jackalope Live Action Studios. We produce The Night in Question every year, which is a blockbuster Nordic-style Sabbat LARP. I am also one of the staff and leads behind Exeter by Night, which is a digital TikTok LARP project. You can check us out there. I've also been on 2 seasons of Cult Sinners and Saints over at TTRP Theater, and on the New Wadden Chronicles over at Weave the Tale.
Perfect. And Dr. Kent, because apparently I'm swapping character and real people names. Get on board.
It's all good. Hi, Patrick Gill, creative director at Martlet Games. I played Dr. Harrison Kent. Lex, this was great. You can, my socials, I think, are on the overlay. If not, it's at LichterXIX. Keep an eye on the Martlet social media accounts. There's more stuff than I can even think to name off the top of my head that we've got in production because, hey, it's October. The big thing that I do want to pitch right now, though, is we have a anthology-style 10 Candles game called Terminal Black going on over in the Martlet neck of the woods. We've got 6 standalone episodes that do have a common thread or multiple threads running between all of them. You can go in, watch one, and basically get the gist of what's happening. Other than that, busy. Love you all.
And last but not least, J/Mark/guy who hires bad people.
Yeah, apparently I do hire bad people who steal my gun, which is a no-no.
That's on the employment contract.
Yeah.
Mark goes, stealing my gun is a hard fucking lie.
That's why you got The Rock. No, I'm Jay. I played Mark the documentarian / looter. And you can find me on Instagram at Sounds of 604. And it has just been a lot of fun playing with you guys. I sincerely hope I'm not gut shot at present.
Someone is.
But yeah, thank you for this. This has been a lot of fun.
Perfect. And I was Lex, your storyteller. You can find me on 2 seasons of Sinners and Saints, and then Wadden Chronicles, and Vancouver Adjacent, and here. You can also find me on Twitter and Instagram at a redhead vixen. And like I said last week, still planning to do the Saw game next Halloween. Hit me up if you have plans or interest or ideas, because I'm always looking for more community involvement. And that is it for us this week. So we will see you next week for episode 5 of this. And we're almost at the finale. And next week's episode will be entitled The Plight. For now, we're going to be raiding on over to someone else. I don't know who yet, but it'll be exciting. So have a good night, and we will see you next week. Bye.